right, so I'm going to show you how to make your first repository. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. The first way is going to be online. You can click this new, and this will, sort of walk you through how to create a repository. You can make it public or private. Most of mine are private. This is where you put the name of it. This is the description. And just keep in mind, like a repository is sort of like it's a collection of the files in your project, essentially. So if you have like bunch of Python scripts or whatever else files you have, could be Word documents, whatever it is. So it's just going to be basically like a file, and, that's what this is for the most part. So, then you just click create repository. So that's the first way you can do it. I'm going to show you a different way because this is, I've created them this way before, but my main way of doing this is through like the desktop version of GitHub. So I guess I should show you how to download GitHub Desktop too, but I'll show you that in another video, I guess. But yeah, pretty easy to do, I guess. Maybe I'll just do it. So what you do is you just go to Google and look for GitHub Desktop. And you can download it from here. So you download GitHub Desktop from here, and then you'll have a icon on your desktop that looks like this. It's this little purple cat or astronaut or something. It's a little purple GitHub logo. So I'm going to show you how you can do that, essentially. The way I like to do it, I like to just start off on the desktop. I create a new file. You don't necessarily have to do that, but this is what I do. So I'll just be like, give it a name, test repository. And then we're going to open up GitHub Desktop. And once you're in here, you can, this is like the list of your repositories up here. So like I was saying, your files. You can select one from here, or you can add a new one. So create a new repository. So we'll just say this is test repository. I don't even know if I'm spelling that right. But then from there, you choose the file that you're going to be creating the repository in. So this is going to create a new file in that folder. So this is just test to show people how this works. So initialize it with a README and create. And now we have our repository is made, and I'll show you what the file looks like on the desktop. So this is our file that we created. You'll see that inside this is our misspelt test repository, but you open it up and you'll see GitHub had created these, like a file, a .git file, the readme.md, because we told it to do that, and then git attributes. I'm not super sure what any of that is. I'll just be honest with you. But what I want to show you is, you'll see on here, it has 0 changes. Okay, this is what this is all about, is tracking the changes. So what we can do is, let's create a new text document. Let's call it like names. Okay, and in here we'll put some names like Bob, Joe, Steve. I don't know. What's another good name? I don't know. We'll think of some more later. So we'll save it. And then you'll look in your test repository and you'll see, or your GitHub Desktop, you'll see the changes. It shows that this file was created and these lines were added to it: Bob, Joe, and Steve. And then from here, you can basically you can, you'll have to commit it. So you can, which is essentially saying, save the changes that are made. I'll show you sort of what happens if you don't want to save it. I'll show you that next. But let's say like created names file, added Joe, Bob, and Steve. That's just a little note, that you'll be able to see later. But then you click this commit to main, and you'll see there are no changes that are made because we saved them. All right. In the history, you can see our saves that we made. So say create names file, and there's some way to see the note, but oh yes, right here, added Joe, Bob, and Steve. But so this is all just on your desktop right now. This is all just on your computer. So to put this onto your don't mind the printer. But to put this online, what you need to do now is you need to click this publish repository. So publish this to GitHub. So we're going to put this on GitHub, test to show people how this works, right? Publish the repository. And let me just show you that beforehand, we don't actually have this. We don't currently have this on our, in our repositories online. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and click, we're not going to keep it private. We're just going to publish it. It's going to load a bit. And now it's been pushed to the online GitHub. And now you'll be able to see it. Let's see. Show more. There it is. Test repository. And then, we've got our names file in here: Bob, Joe, and Steve. And that's how that works. So pretty cool, and it becomes very, very, helpful when you start making changes to, the files. So like names, say you added a name, you didn't want it. All right. Let's go back to our names file here. Bob, Joe, Steve. Let's add Fred, and we don't really like Fred too much. All right. We don't like Fred. He's not so great. Oh, wait, I don't know why it's got this little No new line at the end of file. I don't know what that means. Anyways, so we don't like Fred. He sucks. He's a joke. Nobody likes Fred. So what do? We don't want the guy anymore. Okay. What do? We discard the change. All right. Now, if we go back, well, yeah, we still got that open there, but if we go back to our test repository, we look at our names file, you'll see Fred is not in the file. So that's what's really sweet. Let's go ahead. We'll totally destroy our file, right? Save it. Things wrecked. Nothing in there. But we want our names. We totally accidentally destroyed this thing. Okay, now what you can do, discard the change. Right? There you go. Open up the names file. Everything's okay. All of our names are still in there. So that's the power and the use of GitHub and GitHub Desktop. And yeah, so that basically is the entirety of what I wanted to show you there. Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please like the video. Please subscribe. Comments are really appreciated. Any feedback you have, really appreciated. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.